Hey guys, it's Kirsten. So someone sent me this picture. Well, Chrissy did, like a week ago, 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago. It was a while ago. I'm just now having time to have a little look at this. So the issue was just making the legs look pretty and pretty and normal. The veins, pregnancy veins. So we're gonna deal with that. So first, I'm gonna just take care a little bit of the background. So I'm going to use my rectangular marquee, Control T, hold down the shift, and I'm just going to kind of pull this up a little bit. Double click on the inside. Then I'm going to do the same thing over here. Control T, hold the shift down. That's probably fine. Good enough. Get close but not crazy. Control T, hold the shift key down. Okay, so that's good for now. Okay, I am going to take the object selection tool. I think I missed a little spot, so I'm going to get the quick, make it on the plus. There we go. That looks good enough. I'm going to do Control J to put her on another layer. I'm going to go back onto the background layer and hit Control J to put a copy of the background layer in between the background and the copy of just her. I am going to go on to the clone tool. There's a million ways to do this, but I'm just going to do it pretty quick. Let's go maybe 40%. Make this pretty big. Now I'm going to clone, so I'm holding the Alt key down. I'm going to clone pretty close to her. Oh my gosh, hang on a second. Oh, you know what? I didn't mean clone. I meant paint. I'm an idiot. Okay, hang on a second. So get a very soft brush and very large and put the opacity at like 50%. Let's do 47. That's what I meant. So you're going to hold the Alt key down and sample right close to her. And go like that. Then sample close to her down a little bit more. Go like that. Sample close to her like that. Sample down like this. Then I'm going to really lower to like 20 something because you want to keep the shadow for the most part. You don't want her floating. That would be crazy. Okay, let's go back up to like 40. Click close to her. Let's do like maybe down by her neck. Down by her legs. Okay. I am going to, let me see if I can do the patch tool right on this layer. Yep. Okay, just to get rid of that. Okay, that looks good. Then on the background copy, what I think I'm going to do is, sometimes I just make another copy just because I'm paranoid. So I'm going to make another copy and I'm going to go filter, blur, Gaussian blur. So we can put, okay, see if you go all the way, it makes her look like a sticker because there's no, separation and whatnot. I like just adding a little bit of blur, maybe 4. But then what I'm going to do to the blur layer is hold down the Alt key and put a backwards layer mask. And we're going to get a brush at 50 something percent. Make sure the brush is white, which is the foreground right here. And I'm just going to kind of color a little bit on the background, just to blend in where we kind of made the colors kind of blend a little bit. There we go. And no matter what we do, we're not going to cover her up because she's all the way up here. Well, you can see where I got paint on her, but then because she's on another layer, she's now on top. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and flatten it because I'm committing to this. In the olden days, I would have just put a white vignette on it and went, hi, Key. Okay, we know better. So everything looks great. We're going to just deal with this. So the first thing I'm going to do is Control J to make a duplicate layer, and I'm going to get the patch tool. So I'm just going to do little tiny circle and drag, berries and cream, berries and cream. I need to not be on TikTok anymore. Okay, so we're just going to kind of go like this. Did y'all see the TikTok where you like have your teenage daughter teach your wife this like new really cool dance to some rock and roll song from the 80s or whatever, and then when you're done recording it, you actually play her dance to the berries and cream without the rock and roll song? Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Okay. Normal people are probably not on TikTok as much as I am, so I apologize. And I do have a TikTok. I don't remember my name though. Okay. So it's going to start getting a little tricky down here, I feel like. I'm going to try the spot healing brush tool just for a couple of the spots here. Alright, so let's just see how that's looking. Alright, that looks good. You know what? I see a little piece right here on her foot. I'm going to get the brush. Let me see if I can just blend that right in. I didn't notice it, I think. Whoops. When I cut her out. So I keep sampling. Actually, if I was smart, I would zoom in. So this is why you don't rush. Because I should have caught this. So we want to keep that shadow. Okay, you're never gonna. So you're not going to make the same mistake I did. Okay, so let's just ignore that. Okay, so my first piece of advice, I'm going to get one more patch. She just has a little tiny mark there, probably from a sandal or something. Okay, so when I had talked to Chrissy originally, I had mentioned Totally Rad. And that's what I told her. So Pro Retouch by Totally Rad. So if you Google it, you can find it. And I believe they also have a coupon floating around. Okay, I'm going to just flatten this just because. Let's try the, I usually love the deblotch medium to start, so I'm going to run that and hit continue. Okay, get a white brush. I'm going to do it at 100% and then change the opacity down in the lower panel. So the thing I love about this brush is it doesn't even really look at first like it's doing anything sometimes. Let me just make sure. Okay, so it kind of gets the mid-tone or whatever of everything. However, I'm going to lower it to like 40%. I don't actually love it. I'm going to go 30%. Let's try, I'm going to try the foundation medium. Let's see what that does. I'm going to take the blue out of her foot after. I want to smooth it out first and then work on the color. Okay, so let's see what this does. I feel like this is just blending everything together, which is not necessarily what I want. Meh. I'm gonna actually ditch that. Because I want her to, like, you know, you can see her calf muscle and everything. So I'm going to try a little bit of a red remover. And then I'll do the magic eraser. That's not my favorite red remover, so we're going to ditch that. Okay, and I'm going to go back to the magic eraser. Okay, white brush. What I don't want is to make it look like she's like wearing pantyhose, you know what I mean? It's actually not bad. I'll lower that a little. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, so for blue, I'm going to teach you how to do it the long way. I made it into an action, but let's make a circle there, go into adjustments, click on curves, blue. So lowering it will make the blue, you can see the, we want to make it, gosh, I'm struggling to take the blue out. Let's try that, and then we're going to go there and lighten it a little tiny bit. I'm going to get a white brush. me get a look at the whole picture. You can definitely tell her legs look purple there. So I think it needed to be warmed up. Her hands actually look pretty good. Okay, that actually looks pretty good. Then I am going to do the portraiture, just to smooth out all the things. So first I click on the one eyedropper, and I'm going to sample her leg here. That looks good. And then it automatically goes to the second eyedropper. And then hit OK. That looks good. I'm going to flatten the image. And that looks pretty good to me. I have my lights on and it's making glare and cuckoo and whatever, but I think that looks pretty good. Okay, I hope you learned something from this, and have a good night.